I was born in the year 1765, the third son of King George III and Queen Charlotte. As a boy, I knew well that I was never meant to wear the crown. My elder brothers stood before me in the line of succession, and so I was free. Freer, perhaps, than any prince that came before me. From the age of 13, I found my home not in palaces, but upon the deck of a ship. The sea was my teacher. I joined the Royal Navy as a midshipman and sailed across the world, to the Americas, the Caribbean, and far beyond. Life at sea was hard, yet honest. I learned the worth of men by their courage and their work, not by their title. The sailors called me Billy the Sailor Prince, and though I was born a royal, I took pride in being one of them. I served under fire, saw storms tear apart masts and sails, and felt the rough salt wind on my face. I loved it all. When I returned to England, I carried the habits of a sailor, plain speech, simple taste, and a dislike of pomp. For many years, I lived quietly, far from the great affairs of state. I had no thought of becoming king. I lived with Mrs. Dorothea Jordan, an actress of warmth and wit, who gave me 10 fine children. They could never inherit the crown, for we were not married, but they were my joy. I called them my Fitzclarences, and I was proud of each of them. When my brothers took the throne, first George IV and then the Duke of York, who never ruled, I thought my life would end as it had begun, as a sailor and a man content with his freedom. Yet fate, in its quiet way, had other plans. Both my elder brothers died without legitimate heirs, and the crown, which had seemed so distant, came suddenly within my reach. In the year 1830, I became King William IV at the age of 64. I was no young monarch, no ambitious prince eager for glory. I was an old sailor, weathered by the years, determined to serve with honesty and fairness. I did not seek grandeur. I wore plain clothes, spoke simply, and often walked among the people without guards. They found me approachable, and for that I was grateful. The times were changing. The country was restless. The people demanded reform, a greater voice in government, fairer laws, and the end of corruption. I believed that if change was needed to keep the peace, then change must come. After much struggle and debate, Parliament passed the Great Reform Act of 1832. It gave more men the right to vote and began to reshape our democracy. Though I did not fully understand its every detail, I knew it was right that England should move forward. Another cause dear to me was freedom. In 1833, under my reign, the Slavery Abolition Act was passed. Across the empire, enslaved men, women, and children were granted liberty. It was a moment of justice long overdue, and I was proud to sign it into law. I was not a perfect king, nor did I ever claim to be. I had little taste for ceremony and often spoke too plainly for the comfort of courtiers. Yet I tried always to do what was fair and good. I did not seek to rule as a tyrant, but as a servant of my people. I steered the ship of state through uncertain waters and left it, I hope, steadier than I found it.